Have you ever heard of Memorial Day? Memorial Day is an American holiday honoring men and women who have died while serving in the military. It takes place on the last Monday of May every year. Most kids and adults get this day off work and school, so usually the day is filled with parties and vacation time. I know growing up, most of my memories of Memorial Day involve pool parties and barbecues with friends and family. And while it's good to spend time with those we love, it's also important to understand why we have Memorial Day. Growing up, I also remember visiting the cemetery to place flowers on the wreath of my grandfather. My grandfather served in England during World War II. He had to leave his wife and daughter, and while he was away, his job was to guard the bomber planes at night. He didn't die during the war, but we still honored him for his service. I also had a younger brother who passed away, so we always visited his gravesite as well. Memorial Day is a special time to remember those who are no longer with us. If you notice, the word memorial sounds kind of like memory, and that means on this day we remember our family and friends who have passed away. Memorial Day was first known as Decoration Day and originally started during the years after the American Civil War. The Civil War was a time when many lives were lost, so many families around this time of year were thinking about their brothers and husbands and sons and wanted to remember them by decorating their graves. One reason Memorial Day is during the spring is springtime is when flowers are in bloom, and often families decorated the graves with flowers. No one is exactly sure when Decoration Day started. There are many different theories and ideas, but after the Civil War and World War I and World War II, Decoration Day became more and more popular. One of the towns where Decoration Day was celebrated was Waterloo, New York. In Waterloo, they held a large event where businesses closed and the entire community came out to decorate the graves of soldiers with flowers and flags. The first time they celebrated it was May 5th, 1866. Over time, many other states started holding their own Decoration Day. Often these holidays included a parade, which included those in the military and veterans. A veteran is someone who served in the military but was no longer serving. Some of the largest parades take place in Chicago, New York, and Washington, D.C. Finally, in 1967, the United States government decided to make Memorial Day a holiday all across the country and placed it on Monday so it could be a 3-day weekend. Because of the time of the year, it also unofficially marks the beginning of summer, which is one reason families use it to go on vacation, spend time outside, have pool parties, go to the beach, and barbecue. While Memorial Day is an American holiday, many other countries have days set aside to honor those who served in the military. South Korea has their Memorial Day on June 6th, the same month the Korean War began. The United Kingdom, Canada, France, and many other countries celebrate Armistice Day on November 11th when World War II ended. Each country has their own celebration that tends to correspond to the end of a war, where they remember those who were lost. How do you plan to celebrate Memorial Day this year? Is there someone in your family who you will remember? Spend some time thinking about all that you have and the freedoms you enjoy because of others who came before you and were willing to sacrifice their time and even their lives. Memorial Day is also a good time to spend with your family. Take the time to think about how fortunate you are to have friends and family in your life and to not take them for granted.